Watch you burn. Okay, welcome to Keep Mania Live. It's nice to, I guess it's nice to be back. It's the third time this week, but it's Friday night and it's badass. And Dragonfly Effect is on the show tonight. Welcome in, guys. It's great to have you. You're all on mute, but that's okay. Just wave to everybody. I want to thank Mark Minicosa for being on. What was that? Freaking Wednesday? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. He was here representing Black Hole Zion. They actually have a show the 26th at 123 Pleasant Street, Morgantown. I'm going to try to go up to it. I still haven't seen them. I've known him for a long time and still have never seen him sing live. The crazy octaves that he has. But the songs are excellent, and they have some new stuff coming out here pretty soon, so that'll be cool too. Anyway, I guess what, guys? What did I say before the stream started? Sean wants to auction me off for some weird fetish reason. And guess what? By the way, it's time to once again try and auction you off. What is this even? I don't understand what this means. Anyone up for the bidding on this cattle, I mean, Scott, for 50 cents. You can't start it at 50 cents if we started it at a nickel the other night. Can we? You guys can unmute now. You guys are good. You guys are a part of the show. I need some feedback. You need to help me out.
Thank you.
We need to shut Sean the heck down, because this is I don't understand this fetish for auction. Is that like I guess it would be like a dating thing, but I don't want to. What if it's a dude? I mean, am I allowed to turn them?
Yeah.
I mean, there needs to be like terms and conditions to this, you know?
It doesn't sound like there is. It's just the highest bidder, whoever
Is it for what kind of cause is it for?
I guess it's my own. I need a steak dinner or something. You know?
Your own
I
cause.
think I would get something out of this. You know, this is crazy. This is just. Oh, Sean says we need money. No, you need money. It's Friday. It's payday for most people. And well, not me, but I mean, I don't. I thought we. Well, okay. Sean is he's an a-hole. No, I'm kidding. Sean is Sean's a good friend of mine. We had a fantastic show last weekend locally in Clarksburg with Flaw. Flaw was big. They've been together for 20 plus years. I mean, different members off and on, but they came to Clarksburg and they had a big hit back in 03, I think ish, called Payback. I don't know if you guys are aware.
Yep.
But I got to hang out with them back. I had my dressing room. I was the MC for this event. And Fall of Babylon, which is from Pittsburgh, they were there, and a local band called Scare Tape was there. And we had a great time, and it was a fundraiser for Sean's organization. I'm not going to name it because the title is way too long, and I've said it for many weeks now, and I'm done. I'm just done. I'll let him do it.
Our first show was actually with Flaw in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yep.
When?
Yep.
When was this? When did this happen?
August
that like-
27th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like I think I saw that. Somewhere.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep. August 27th, Hard Rock Cafe.
Was it badass?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, the show was awesome.
Yes.
The
I will
setup
admit,
was
I mean, they
a
came
little
here,
tough.
you know. Yeah, they're really nice. Did you get to talk to them at all? They're really nice people. They really are. Chris Boltz, the lead singer, was on the show. But I think like a month before they came down, and I think back in October. I think Sean would have to correct me, but and just really nice guy, really down to earth, and you know, that was cool to see. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but like, you know, it's cool to see that, you know, somebody who's been around in the industry that long can just chill, you know, and that's the way they were. And
Right.
The whole band was in person, and it was just a fun time. We had a great time. But anyway, it's a fundraiser for his organization, and I guess he needs more money for his organization, and somehow he thinks he's going to get a crap load out of me auctioning me. But like I said, this is the third night, and nobody's gone above $1 yet. So we might need to auction someone else, Sean. I don't want to be involved with it, but whatever.
Corey? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Corey, are you up for this? Are you up for this
Yeah, but
auction?
nominate Corey.
Is this like the ALS challenge? Now I nominate.
Yeah, right. I did that back in the day, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I did,
Really?
actually. Yep.
How
I
many?
remember. Yeah, actually, now
Did
you
you
say
nominate
that, I
each other?
remember that. You had to dump like the ice bucket on your head or something. Like it was.
Yeah.
How-
Oh man.
How'd that go? Was it good? Was it good for you?
not really. I mean,
I wouldn't think it would be good for at any time of the year. You know,
it was mid-July and it still sucked. Like
I'm
it's
sure,
still,
yeah, because it's more of a like a shock. It's like jumping into a pool of ice.
yeah, that's kind of like, yeah, it was, Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Whoever the moron was that came up with that is just an asshole. You know. I mean, I didn't have to do it. I mean, I guess I could have just for the charity or whatever, but I had to like look up what ALS like meant and stuff. I think a lot of people did, but it did bring awareness to it, I guess.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Goal, you know.
That was
Yeah,
the,
absolutely.
wasn't it Jason Becker, the old 80s shred guy? Didn't he have ALS?
I think he might have.
I'm pretty sure that's what he ended up having. That
It's worth a Google.
yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
check this now.
I was gonna say, pull.
It's lame that I say that, but that's what I say to everybody. I can't do it. My phone is the camera.
Yep, it was ALS.
Okay, there we go. What's his name? Jeff.
Jason Becker. He was
Jason Becker.
Jeff Beck.
Yeah,
that's
he-
what I was thinking of, right? Jeff Beck.
yeah. He played in this band Cacophony in the early 80s, like super shred metal, and I forget who he played for, like another big one, maybe the David Lee Roth band or something.
I see. So yeah, Sean, you're gonna have to like dump something on somebody's head to get this going, and nominate somebody to do it after you. Yeah,
Go with the opposite. Go with hot water.
Oh my god, like scalding hot water.
Yeah.
Just boiling water.
Nominate your enemies. Nominate your enemies. They
Right.
must do it. They must do it, or donate $7,000 to the. Yeah,
I mean, it's yeah,
really up to stakes.
Might work.
yeah, might.
Well, you think it would? I mean, either get the money or somebody's gonna get burnt. for it.
Yeah.
Hey, there's all kinds of trends on TikTok and stuff that are arguably dumber than that.
Yeah,
So
a lot
it might
of
work.
them involve death and destruction and stuff, that's very metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you would think that. You know, yeah, do you are you that phrase reminds me? Do you guys know Irish? I know Pittsburgh's a big city.
Yes.
But you know, somebody knows somebody. It's kind of like Instagram. You know, somebody knows somebody, and that's how you meet somebody.
Yep.
I don't know. But
Our first
They
show,
were
we
also
actually played
on
with
our
them.
first
Yeah.
show.
yeah, okay. Well, those guys, what they always say that's so metal. You know, like even on their socials and stuff, and you know, so, do you guys do that as a band also? Because you know, there's a lot of things that are very metal, but you know,
We haven't really done that. No,
I wouldn't say that's not really a phrase we throw
that's
around.
not something that we we
yeah,
frequent
It could be a good, like,
very
fundraising
often.
tool, I guess.
Because
Why
maybe
don't
we're not metal enough.
I guess maybe
you-
not. Yeah.
Oh, Sean just stepped it up. He said boiling oil.
Oh Jesus!
God.
We're not trying to. If you want to raise money, well, I guess that would be the right way to raise money because nobody's going to do that, really. In the right
Right.
mind. Nobody in the right mind. It would be metal, though. Okay, I'm going to stop doing it because I was in this, like, I was in this, this time where I kept saying, "Man, that slaps."
Mm-hmm.
Man, that slaps. And it was getting very annoying. Like I was annoyed at myself, so I'm getting annoyed at myself saying that's metal. So I'll stop doing it. Anywho. I found you guys through that show that you played with Haven State. It's somewhere in PA, I believe it was. I'd never been there, and I was actually asking them about it, and I was going to come up to it, but I like I said, I had something else going on. I can't even remember what it was that weekend. And
I
that's
think
how
it was like Halloween weekend. So
Yeah.
Oh, I was in State College.
Yep.
Was it anywhere near State College?
Nowhere near it.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I mean, I guess depending where you're coming from.
I mean,
like from California, it's close to it, but
Yeah.
it's like
Otherwise
California, PA, or California.
California.
Oh
Yeah, 'cause it's what, probably about 2.5 hours to State
California?
College from Manor.
Give or take, yeah, I'd probably
Yeah,
say
somewhere.
around that ballpark, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wasn't in State College. I was at Harmon's. I don't know where the fuck I was. I was somewhere near State College. I was heading, and I don't know. It's stupid. But yeah, but I was going to come up because I was like Dragonfly Effect. Before I even listened to it, I was like, that sounds very effective. Like that's a very effective name. So and then I listened to it, and I was like, yes. So I was all in, and then I was like, oh crap, I got something else to do that weekend. So sorry guys,
No, it's all good, man.
but I'd like to come up and see you guys play.
No, we'd love to have you.
What do you? I always ask at the end, but what do you guys have coming? Like, you have a concert. Since we're talking about it already, let's, what do you have coming up?
Yeah, our next currently booked show is February 18th.
I'll be there.
I think it's Saturday. It's in Homestead. It's at some
Voodoo
winery
Brewery?
place. It's the Forge.
Okay, I think
It's like a new place. I've never heard of it. I live here, and I'm like, all right.
You said it's a wine, like a winery, like a.
It's like a winery club thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about the
Sounds very
place, but I
metal.
see that they keep doing their shows all the time.
Yeah,
Like they're always doing something. So
By
the
worst
way-
case scenario, you get a good bottle of wine to go home with.
right. Core, I think you're still muted. So, because I saw your mouth moving and nothing coming out. So,
Well, Kevin's muted. It says it on his screen. On
Oh, yeah.
showing that. So if he's speaking, then
oh, Corey, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I don't what. Okay, yeah, he's muting and I'm muting. I don't know. I don't know.
Might be the wrong input.
It could be.
Yeah, you might be on the different audio interface. You might have to change it back to the built-in microphone.
Yeah, he was good earlier.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
We lost him. I don't know what he did.
Is that better?
There, you go.
Yeah.
Woo!
We're back.
Now
Must be
Kevin,
that whole time.
Kevin's still muted. Is Kevin the shyest one in the band? Because that's what I'm gathering at this point.
No, I'm multitasking, but yes, there's things going on. And
Oh,
don't
okay,
want
yeah,
to bleed
right, right.
through.
You're good. You're good.
Ev, are you still in Cleveland or are you home?
I'm home. I drove back from Cleveland this morning, and I got the snow, and everyone was going, crazy because it snowed, and they don't know what to do. But
They have no
we're
idea.
good.
It's
A
just,
little tiny bit.
I do talk about the weather quite a bit on the show, and especially when I have like a band from another state or another country even, and it's just, I mean, you guys know, you guys are close by, close enough to know, we have relatively the same seasonal weather and stuff like that, but it seems like okay, yeah, they're not used to the snow driving again, which they should be because it was just freaking last year, but they're going to get used to driving in the snow and the cold weather, but then in the springtime when it starts raining or when it starts to like change over and it's like sleeting and stuff, then all hell breaks loose again.
Yeah,
it's all over again. And it's like what's happened here? Like it's like everybody has dementia that drives.
It seems that way, man.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's outrageous. I
Hey,
don't know.
everyone that I talked to today around here was like, "Oh, be careful, it's gonna snow." I was like, "Well, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're mid-November. It should be snowing.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
it's gonna snow, it'll be fine. Like it's okay."
Yeah.
It seems a bit early this year, doesn't it? Though
It's a little bit early, I'd say, but like
A little bit, but hey, that's
doesn't-
Pittsburgh
don't
and
like
stuff.
it's never
it
happened
happens
before.
every year.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had blizzards in like the end of March before, I think. I don't-
Yeah,
Yep.
we were
not since the global warming really heated up, but it's
Was that blizzard of '94? I remember that from a kid, and I think that was late March.
yep.
Yeah,
You're that old?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But I was building igloos in my yard and everything, man.
Oh yeah,
I did bring 94.
for weeks.
that.
For it seemed
Yep.
like for weeks because it
Yeah.
didn't melt for even though it was warm. It just froze.
It was so much. It was so much snow.
It was the
Whenever I was in college too, we had 2010. We had what we called Snowmageddon. Which
Yep.
was
I remember that.
the one.
My car was buried for like a week and a half.
I
So,
remember that when I had like this old Bronco, and everybody on my block was stuck. They're digging themselves out. I just dug my tires out, locked it in
Everyone
four
but
wheel,
you.
and left. Just waved at everyone. I was like, "See ya."
Bye. I'm going to get some beer.
Yep.
Hope you don't need
Hey,
it.
they were so pissed at me.
Can I tell you something?
What's up?
So, besides you being the best front man ever, I buried my mom yesterday, and you know what her urn had on it?
What was that?
Dragonfly.
Really?
Shit, you not, bro.
Wow. That's really significant,
It
actually.
was the craziest thing ever because I didn't pick it out.
Wow, dude. That's really powerful.
Right?
Actually.
Unreal.
Sorry to
Dude.
hear about your loss.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah,
That's
No, it's all
rough.
good, but it was so crazy, dude. I shit you not. I literally went there and set the urn down and had a dragonfly on it. I was like, there it is.
That's
Like-
a what do they not an omen, but what do they call that? Like a
A sign that we're gonna fucking get huge.
there
Yep.
you go.
I was gonna
That's
say, yeah.
exactly what I was going for.
It's a good omen, I guess. I mean,
Is that what it's called, an omen?
yeah.
I think it would probably be an omen.
And
Yeah,
then there's that band called Bad Omens that's like way to ruin it, buddy.
They're
Right.
those are actually really, really good. Though.
they're sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they
really
are.
sweet.
The band I had on from Tokyo. I think that was Monday. I don't know. I'm screwed up this week, but
Me too.
I can't remember the name of the band.
Just fucked me all up pretty
Yeah,
bad.
anyway, the band from Tokyo. I can't even remember their name.
Baby metal.
No, but well, that's close. No, but they're like best friends with Noah from Bad Omens. I'm like, well, get him. Can I get him on the show? That'd be fucking badass.
That's
Right.
awesome. That's sweet. Noah's a beast.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't even know him, but yes, he's a beast. I got it. I can't believe I. Come on, Sean. Where you at? Where you? Sean's usually on it for me. Oh, Sean says, or no, wait. Oh, we have a new chatter. It's not just Sean now. Ha ha. This is okay. RMS 1211.
That's my mom again.
Her name is Mom again. Okay, Mom
That's
again.
my mom. Yeah, my mom Rachel. Yeah.
She says, "Hi all. I'm finally going to see your show in February. So am I.
Hi, mom. Thanks for thanks for
Hello.
hopping on.
Hello. I don't know why I'm doing it like that, but Black Sound from well, okay, so it was kind of a backwards information thing. They are based in Tokyo. Okay, none of them were born in Japan.
What are they called? Black Sound.
Black Sound, yeah, they're phenomenal. They're a very good band, phenomenal band. But the singer's from L.A. but he was in Japan the other night, and then I don't know what instruments they play. Oh, the guitar player was actually from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, but lives in L.A. now. It's so confusing, and has never been to Japan or something like that. And then the other guy was born in Jersey and lives in Japan. Well, I mean, what? But I guess eventually somebody is going to be from Jersey, if it's that kind of confusing. I don't know.
That's the glory of the internet, though.
Yeah,
Well,
You can write all you
yeah.
can write cool music from far away.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, then that seems to be the thing. There's a lot of bands I talk to that have some of them never even met in person, but they write their entire album just by sending stuff to each other.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
I think that's fantastic to be able to have that today.
Yeah,
It
I
opens the doors to so many people.
and being able to collab, I guess, with other bands and other singers or other whatever you would need
Yep.
in a certain song.
Like as simple as just doing like a duet on TikTok at this point. You don't even have to know the person. You could just literally just.
And you have to be able to dance. You have to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
When you guys practice, do you think you would do good by like sending tracks to each other if you didn't live around each other or were able to practice in person? Do you guys think you would be okay doing that?
I'd be fine.
I think we can manage. Yeah.
I think we'd be all right.
they
Yeah, 'cause
travel.
we have backing tracks and all of that stuff. So like our live sets exactly to what we rehearsed to.
And even Kevin travels to come up here to rehearse. So I mean, he does his homework and comes up here to rehearse, and I think it works
Yep.
out.
Well,
Kevin
I mean,
part
like
of
the
all of you then is Kevin like separated from the
Yep.
where you
Yep.
guys-
Separated by the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. You said you're in Wheeling. You're in Wheeling, right? Well, that's
Yep.
not really too far from Pittsburgh, I guess.
No, it's an hour and a half. No matter how fast I go, it's just
Yeah.
that's what it is. But it's
Well, at
not the
least
end
they
of the
got
world. I
at
drove
least
3
they got
hours
the-
this morning.
At least they got the construction done in Washington after 20 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they'll just start it over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do,
that's right.
do it again.
Yep. Start in springtime,
One
another
thing I
20.
think though is like the fact that Kevin has to travel an hour and a half, I think makes the rest of us like want to be ready for when he gets here to make like rehearsal time.
Have you ever
opposed
gone to
like,
him? Have you ever just taken the band to him and practiced there?
We went to where he works once. That was
As a band, like with your instruments and stuff?
not as our
Oh,
band.
that's what you should do.
no.
We could. That actually
No,
would
no.
be kind of cool to do it.
We should just go.
we could.
We'll just show up randomly. Don't
Nope.
even tell them.
That's what I mean, like a what do they
Hello.
call it? Like a flash dance kind of thing.
I was
Hey,
riding
we're
last
here.
night.
An
They were
ambush
crushing.
practice. Ambush
Yeah,
practice.
ambush. Yeah, ambush.
while you're working.
Yeah,
Yep,
while you're
or-
on air.
Yes,
Just
yes,
go.
yes. And you can you have to clock out to be able to join the band.
Yeah.
You must clock out. Sean says Lost Inside is a slamming track. Yes, we know, Sean. We know it is. That's why we're playing it last.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Thanks,
Here's a
man.
good question. Here's a good question. Sean's question. He says, "What are you guys? Who are you influenced by? What bands or artists are you guys influenced by as a band?"
Kind of a conglomeration. We're a mix between like Breaking Benjamin, Starset, Wage War, a little bit of even Bad Omens, I'd say, some instances. We're just kind of a big mixture of everything.
What about individually? Let's do individual. I love doing that because it's always something.
Name who you want to talk, because we'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go around if you want to.
Is our view the same the whole way? Am I next?
Well, I guess I'll just go. How about Corey? Corey can go
Yeah.
first.
All right. So I have been super influenced by Pink Floyd, which I think has driven the fact that we have like the cinematic and like the sound effect aspect. Another band that I really like a lot is called The Chariot, which they were like a really heavy, like hardcore band. But they were two of my biggest inspirations, just when I started out.
How about Matt? We'll go to Matt.
One of my biggest influences for what I do is Breaking Benjamin. Hands down, they're pretty much the entire reason I got into music. Aside from them, another band I'm really like keen about is Starset. I have grown to love Starset a lot. Aside from them, like a little bit of Seether. I jam Seether every now and then. Even like Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, Filter, stuff like that.
Filter came out with a new single the other day.
Mm-hmm. I
Check it
haven't.
out.
I've not heard it yet.
It's amazing that man can still sing like that. Like you would think that. I mean, yeah, I know. I say this in pretty much every show, but like, the way a vocalist can scream for that long of a set, but it's all vocal training. But vocal training or not, how can you do that for like 8,000 years like that guy's done?
Yeah.
But the guy from Filter, and it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, props to him for being able to do that. Seriously.
Like scar tissue on your vocal cords.
That's the best new front man for sure.
There's got to be some kind of long-term damage for that, and we'll probably see it in about 20 years. There'll be like a million people with that.
Probably
something. What about let's go to Jay. We'll just kind of go like this with it. What about you, Jay?
Matt, you're the best.
Well, it's kind of weird. This is the first band I'm playing bass in, so I never really thought about influence on there. But growing up, I've always been playing guitar, and that's been a lot of the old, like 80s shred guys, Randy Rhoads, Paul Gilbert. That whole era of the Shrapnel records was like my childhood coming up, learning everything, and then like getting into the Megadeth, Overkill, all the good thrash stuff. That's kind of like where my background comes from, and so hopping over to the low end's been a lot of fun, but it's really, really different.
Yeah, and I've never really like dabbled on the bass, and they say, well, if you can play guitar, you can play the bass. No, because
It's way different.
I'm a
Way
strummer.
different.
I'm a strummer. I don't pick. I mean, I'm trying to get into that a little bit, but so when I pick up a bass, I'm like, where's the rest of the strings?
Well, like I was able to
Why are they
play
so
like
heavy?
I was able to do it like really well, like just tracking a song here and there. But I realized like getting the stamina up to play a show, I had to like really bust my ass for a month straight just to get the strength to play it. Because I mean, the strings are they're like telephone wires, man. They're crazy.
They are. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Nuts.
What about you, Kevin? What do you have? Or
Speaking of telephone wires, I don't know how great you can see this, but this is my good old 9-string. So I'm influenced by a lot of.
Holy crap!
Yeah, this is a Josh Travis signature 9-string. I got this for myself whenever I graduated college in 2017. Originally, whenever you're 12, 13, you're listening to bands and you hear things that make you go, I want to do that. Dimebag Darrell, Pantera. That's what made me want to do it. So guitar wise, I'm into all kinds of stuff, a lot of newer bands. I like a lot of, I have wide variety, right? My driving playlist is kind of hilarious. It'll go from thrash metal to to grindcore to hardcore, but then I have like 70s pop on there, and I have I was singing High Enough by the Damn Yankees on my way home.
Oh, that's a great song, man.
so the influence is wide and varied. Always love rock and roll. So
Yes, that's same for me. Like it's too hard to like pick one or two because it just is across the board.
Dude, even just hearing that title, High Enough, is stuck in my head again immediately.
yeah, really. One of those songs, right?
Yep.
Dude, my brother-in-law, his nickname is Big Country. I don't know if you ever heard the band Big Country with the song In a Big Country, but like it has been like an anthem of ours like for years since he adopted the nickname of Big Country. And then whenever we discovered the song, like it's now like an anthem for him, and like even stuff like that. It was like 80s, like I don't even know what you call it, 80s like dance music.
It seems to be like I don't know, a trend, but just a lot of influence is from the early stuff. You know, like even back to I guess back to jazz and you know the '60s music and I guess the 40s rag music, and then you get you know all the way through to lead up to whatever we're listening to as a whole. You know, music scene nowadays is all from that stuff somehow. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know about that stuff. I don't know. Somebody help me out here.
There's
I
old,
had to take a rock and roll history class
yeah.
in college.
Oh, you took a history class? Yeah.
Yeah, it was either take rock history or music theory. I was like, let's do rock history.
Yeah. Don't take.
And my professor was very, very, very in love with the Beatles, and we were supposed to go from like the creation of music all the way into like maybe the 90s if we can get through the semester in time. Nah, we didn't get that far because we watched every Beatles movie, listened to every Beatles album, took notes, took tests on the Beatles.
It's kind of
So while I don't like that I know all this information about them, I do. So whatever.
But
I
I mean,
love the
I guess if
Beatles.
it helps you in a certain way, then I mean,
Yes,
you know,
he did his job. It was great. It's just funny.
that's all that matters. That's all we need to hear, right? The educator did his job. I don't know. It's just, I'm so lame sometimes. Let's go ahead and listen to one of your songs. I want to listen to "Shadows of the Earth." You know, so there's a few. I'm sure there's some viewers that don't know what you guys sound like, so that's why I like to kind of, you know, let's go ahead and throw it in there. What's the song about? Is it about a bunch of sunlight onto the earth? I don't know. I try to switch it up a little bit. But what's Shadows of the Earth about?
Without trying to give too much away, Shadows of the Earth was written about pretty much a collection of different times in my life, just kind of in general, where there was a lot of darkness that was happening around. And one of the things that I could really kind of only rely on in certain points in time were the shadows from like taking a walk at night, the street lights and stuff like that. You know, it was just that point where like it felt as if those were the only things I could rely on. And like that was my only sense of company. You know, and it's one of our more slower ballady songs. And it's a really emotional song. And it's just about just trying to find your way through the dark, pretty much.
It's badass. Even like you said, even though it's a a slower ballad song, you have to have that. You know, you have to have. Well, not you don't have to like this, like variety, but you know, it. When I first heard it, I was like, it's still them. I can still hear the. I don't know. Does it make? I'm probably not making any sense. I don't know.
No, I got you. Yeah,
it's still good, and it's still like the Dragonfly Effect. I can still hear the. From hearing the other songs.
Good. Yeah, that's one thing we try to
go for is like
incorporate.
Yeah. So you like heard the Dragonfly Effect like sound and
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Which is good.
Which is good.
Why did he say BB King?
BB
Sean, are we auctioning BB King now? he did say nice 9-string. I've
Well, he was one of the
never
old,
seen even a 9-string in a picture, so that's badass. Yeah.
He's one of the old jazz guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm thinking more like, okay, well, that's okay. That's a whole nother podcast. Maybe I should have Sean on as a guest. Auction him off.
Add him on right now.
Well, I see that he was in that meeting that we'll talk about a little bit about that meeting here later on, but I don't want to. Let's listen to Shadows of the Earth by Dragonfly Effect. This is really good stuff. Check it out. It's on all platforms. All platforms.
Yep.
Here we go.
Things and even pushed off dreams, but now I'm here and now I'm ready for change. I love this mess we made, it's still inside my brain, but still I'm here and yet I'm starving for change. The only antidote is letting go of everything that you've ever known before it takes a hold inside your soul and drives you far away from your own. The this emptiness. It's like I don't exist, but still I'm here and yet I'm starving for change. All that I have left is letting go of all these dreams that I've ever known, before it takes a hold inside your soul and makes this hollow place your new home. The shadows are my home and come by me. I can't feel the earth beneath me. I don't wish this on anyone. Oh God, I miss the sun. The way you looked at me that day, I wish it never the shadows of my home and come by me. I can't feel the earth beneath me. Lost all things and pushed off dreams, but now I'm ready for change.
Now the keys in that, is somebody playing that? You know, when you went to record that, is somebody playing that, or do you play that live? I mean, I can hear. And am I hearing that, or am I just thinking I'm hearing that throughout the song? 'Cause
So fun fact, actually, our production manager, Jason, he has some key background, piano playing ability, and he actually recorded the keys for that
that's
song,
fantastic. That's a fantastic addition to that.
at least in the intro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and am I hearing some of that throughout in the background, or is that just me
It's-
thinking I am?
It's
It's
in there.
it's sprinkled throughout there. Yeah, there's a lot of different elements that we sprinkled in there. There was the keys, there's strings, there's choir stuff, which actually, fun fact, the woes in the bridge, Jason did that as well.
Nice.
Jason's a beast for
He
real.
is a beast.
Like he was like a classically trained like musician. So like he has like an ear for everything.
Yeah.
It's
And he currently now is like our production and sound guy, but he's like I would say the third band member of the band whenever me and Matt started, because without him, like we wouldn't even be where we are.
What since we're talking about this, give me a little bit of background on the band. You know how it was formed, and you know where the idea came from, and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, Corey, you want to take this? You want me to?
Yeah, go for it.
So Corey and I, we go way back. He and I have been jamming since 2016-ish, give or take. We were part of another project that kind of fizzled out. And around that time, you know, we kind of we lost contact a little bit, but then we reconnected. Then I brought him on board with another project we were part of for a greater part of it was like a year or so, give or take. That project ultimately fizzled out as well. And we're like, you know what, like, we had this thing going during that time too. And we're like, why don't we just kind of shift gears and make this our full priority and full focus? And last September 2021, that's where we came across the name. We decided on the name and we kind of just went full steam ahead, basically.
What's the name mean to you guys, I guess?
So it is kind of interesting because there's like a philosophical movement behind the Dragonfly Effect. Like it's an actual philosophical movement of using social media to influence change in a positive way. And that's kind of our intentions with, we have this whole backstory that we've kind of formulated and concocted over the past year. And like, that's kind of our main goal, to like spread our message of like being yourself, standing up for yourself, believing yourself, and not falling victim to the greater bullshit that is social media nowadays and all that nonsense.
And there's so much of it. It's almost. I kind of sometimes I compare it to space. You know, not like my space, like space, like the universe. You know, like 'cause it's infinite and it's just beyond your imagination. You can't even think because it's massive. You know, we don't even know. So
I feel like it's like what you see on your feed is like what you believe. You know?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
it's just
kind
there's
of what,
so much like information and material and stuff online anywhere, social media or and the web everywhere. That it's just like, what do you? There's so much stuff on there and it's funny that we only pick like, individually we only pick like small little parts of it to look at. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's like what I feel like people are like force fed what to like look at too, because of like the algorithms and things like that. Like you like what you talk about like sort of just shows up on your feed. So
yeah, it knows like. Isn't that crazy that like if you'll talk about something and then you'll look at something like on
it'll be a sponsored ad like right after.
It'll be an ad for whatever you were talking about. And it's like, wait a minute, my phone wasn't even with me, but it's I mean it's just no.
It's creepy stuff.
It's creepy, yeah.
creepy
It happens all the time.
And it happens all the time. Like Jay, we just had the same thing happen
Yep.
yesterday.
And
I downloaded the
things are
software
crazy,
and
too.
I got an ad
Did
for it.
Was I really thinking?
And the Escape the Fate thing too.
Yep. Yeah, that was nuts, man.
What is that? Say again.
So like Corey said something, I don't know, what was it, like Escape the Fate members had a new band or something, came up in the chat, and immediately as soon as I went into Spotify, I got the ad popped up for Escape the Fate's tour dates in your area.
What?
It was like almost, it was like 30
immediate.
seconds after I texted him the words Escape the Fate, he got an ad for Escape the Fate, like that quickly. Which is, I feel like that's like, it's like they're listening, but they're not. Like,
It's
other
Area
than
50
nobody
that's what
cares
Area
what we're
51
talking
is.
about, but like the phones are like sort of programmed to like give you what you talk about, what you want to hear.
And I mean, it's kind of a smart marketing way from like the advertising companies, but
Too
man, do I hate it.
I don't
way too
even know
smart.
if is it even advertising at this point, or is it just like how like the overall algorithms of the internet are just like programmed to be now? Like
The
there's
algorithms are
like-
just taking over.
yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
like it's sort of taking over. I think.
I mean, like I can
don't-
understand like Instagram for sure. Like it understands like what I always look at. You know, I always look for bands. You know, that I use Instagram. I don't ever use it for myself, like personally, like you know, personal stuff. I use it for Acute Mania Live all the time. So it knows what I look at. It knows that I'm going to look at if there's
yeah,
a band that comes
it'll
up-
feed you stuff that you want to see.
yeah, if there's a band that comes up that says, you know how it's sponsored or whatever, which means they paid for an ad.
Yep.
Yeah,
I will, you know, if it's something that I'm feeling or just a band to check out, I will check that out. You know, and I don't get anything else. I mean, it used to come up where the girls are dancing and stuff like it does on TikTok. It doesn't do that anymore because I've done it. You know, I search for certain things. I'm friends with certain people or followers or however that shit works. You know, and it's crazy how that like. I'm
like
sure
crazy
I would have
to
came
think,
across
like-
you guys at some point just because of based on some weird
and it's
algorithm.
crazy to think that a computer program has like your username and password like
And a lot
that
more things.
far ingrained into like the programming to like feed you exactly what it knows that you look at.
Wasn't there a movie about this recently or fairly recently about or was it a documentary on like Netflix or something? Where was that? See, this is them messing with me again.
Well, just check your phone in a couple seconds. It'll pop up.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh,
there it is. Yeah. I wonder how they got that. Yeah. But it is crazy though how that and even though somebody programmed it to be like that, it's smarter than the person that programmed it.
Well, I think at this point the programs program like other programs, and like it just is
Oh my
automated
God.
now at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sean, what do you think about that? Sean, oh, he says CIA is monitoring Scott. Well, of course they are. I mean, why wouldn't they? I would be monitoring me too. Oh, and then Mike, my buddy on the guy on the couch. He literally is the guy on the couch. He'll get in the chat. He won't say anything. He'll put the emoji eyeballs. You know,
I was
just
gonna
eyeballs
say, see the eyeballs. Yeah, yeah.
watching me. Oh, Skynet. Well, Skynet's stupid. Skynet stupid. Isn't that an Elon Musk thing? Or is that the big spaceship that everybody thought was a UFO? I did. I didn't call it the authorities or anything, but I did put it on the UFO site on Facebook. The one time that I get on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about? Like it was over the summer. It was like everybody thought it was they didn't know what it was, but it was like a row of lights.
The SpaceX thing launching.
Yeah. Did anybody see that? Did you guys see that like with your own eyes?
I saw it with videos. I didn't see it with my own eyes.
It was
Yeah,
creepy as shit.
I bet it was.
Can you, I mean, I don't do drugs, but if I did, it'd be way creepy.
Well, then Bezos had his
Terminator.
oddly shaped ship that went up shortly after that.
What is it?
Jeff Bezos, his rocket that went up. That
Did
was
it fail though, or did it not?
No, I think it went. It was just it was just a little oddly shaped.
Is that the one that was like? Yeah, I know it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like the Austin Powers.
It was like the Austin
Oh
Powers.
yeah,
dildo shape for sure. Yeah, dildo is what it was.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dildo,
What?
dildo. Did you ever see the meme with it was Arnold Schwarzenegger? He was crying and it said, "Are you a robot?" You know the ones where you have to click on the things like to make sure you're not a robot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
It was that thing, and he was crying. He was crying.
I saw a meme with Arnold Schwarzenegger the other day that is like a picture of him now that looks like
Oh, he's
an old
ancient.
Macho Man Randy Savage, and they do look pretty much exactly like.
He is. It's like Macaulay Culkin, just ancient and on drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Macaulay got old quick.
Yeah.
Something happened after he won. Not won all that.
You
money.
guys, did anybody here ever hear his band ever? It's called the Pizza Underground.
What?
What?
Macaulay Culkin was in a band called the Pizza Underground, and they have like one song ever called like Cheese Pizza or something. I'm not even kidding, dude.
Very creative.
He was him and like all these band members.
I gotta find this now.
Yeah. Look that up. Somebody Google that.
Yeah, look it up. I swear.
God.
Well, I'm surprised
He's,
they
like,
didn't
so
call it, like
strung
Little
out in the
Nero's.
video.
Wasn't it Little
Like-
Nero's in Home Alone? The pizza place was like Little Nero's, and when the guy runs into the
It was
bed.
like Little Nero's, yeah.
That's what he should have called his band. What a dumbass. I could have thought of that.
It's like him and like, another dude and like two chicks or something with like pizza hanging from the ceiling, like the Freddy.
Dude, yeah, dude, it's got like 910,000 views.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it was like a huge
That's
fucking thing.
significantly more than me.
Now is it like pop punk or like what is it? What?
It's
Let's hear
fucking
it.
weird.
It's
strung out,
cheesy.
Is
dude.
it on Apple Music?
I was gonna say
I'll pull it
like
right now.
pop punk is like skate parks and pizza. Like
It's like
What's the name of the band again? Or the supposedly the band?
Pizza Underground.
Pizza Underground.
Is that what it is, Jay?
Yep, Pizza Underground.
I thought it
The
was
Underground.
Pizza Underground.
The
Well, duh or not, it still sounds crap.
I'm gonna mute this and listen to this for a second.
Sure.
Nothing's pulling up on Apple. So does anybody else have it? I don't really care if
It
it
might have just been like a social media thing then, if it's not like official.
Yeah, they
But like
didn't
it was
make, they
Macaulay
didn't make
Culkin,
it.
so it got like almost 1 million like plays, and I don't know if it was real or not.
That's crazy.
What happened there? What happened? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Well, it's all acoustic at the moment.
What? Good. Good.
Interesting. I'll have to check.
Yeah,
this
you
out.
guys have to check this out.
Yeah,
This is
if you
bizarre.
guys find
It's
it.
bizarre shit, dude.
There's way more
find it.
people in this than needs to be.
If you find it, well, I'm sure. Yeah, it's probably.
Text it in the chat,
You probably
Jay.
had
Just,
to buy
just
them, too.
randomly, just
Yeah, right. I'll just randomly send it over.
text it to Dryly. Be like, just no, like
Wait
No
like
context
context
at
at
all.
all.
wait like 6 months and then text it to me on Instagram.
Yeah, there we go.
Then I'll be like,
Make a
what
note.
the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh,
what
that,
the fuck is this shit? Pizza?
I have
Hut? What?
oh, because he said fucking. I have to screen some if somebody cusses in the chat. I had to
Oh,
do that for
I was
a
gonna say,
video,
can we cuss or can we not
but
cuss?
should hide it because it's
We're
just
not
Sean. But
cussing.
Sean says Ric Flair looks like the fucking crypt keeper because we were talking about age of well knowns or something. Hulk Hogan looks like a crypt keeper too.
Hulk Hogan looks terrible. Ric Flair is a
he
fucking
used to be the
beast.
man.
though.
Woo!
Mike says no one can explain the Black Knight satellite. What are you talking about, Mike? Mike's just in there.
Oh, is he literally in the?
Literally, yeah, he's literally.
He's
in
literally over there. Okay.
well, it's not over. Well, I mean, there's the door shut, but he's on the couch literally all the time. all the time. Get up and get a job. No. Since we did mention Mike, then we're gonna go ahead and do the wiener segment because he's involved in this.
I can't. I was just gonna say I have to get up for a second, but if we're doing the wiener segment,
No. Well, I mean, no. By all means, if you need to, like, what do you need to do? No. Well, how about this? Make a deal with you. Let's listen to Colorblind. Okay. And then we'll do the wiener segment after Colorblind. It just seems like a good.
That'll
segue.
work. Yeah.
And we'll talk about Colorblind after we play Colorblind. How about that?
Yes.
That works. I got to
All right,
refill
sounds
my
good.
water anyway, so that's good timing.
Colorblind by Dragonfly Effect. Here we go. And we'll come back and talk wieners.
The dark clouds above make me fall. This wasted love, we had it all. So why don't you see you're killing me? I'm out of my mind. I'm out of time. As I'm going blind, I see the end become a figment of my mind, and I'm on the run. I'm going colorblind to the world that we have to make me eyes colorblind. These pieces of me, you took my mind. So why don't you see the rivers in my eyes? Tiny remedy, a broken memory. As I'm going blind, I see the end become a figment of my mind, and I'm on the run. I'm going colorblind to the world that we have to make me eyes.
I think I'm definitely colorblind. I wasn't before, but I am now. Hey, but before we continue, I want to get this out of the way, just so we can talk all things about dragons and flies for the rest of the show. But on next Wednesday, I've never done a Thanksgiving Eve podcast, but I'm definitely going to do one next week with a band from Yonkers, New York called Maintenance. They're really good. It's really, you just have to just tune in to hear it. I'm calling it the Thanksgiving Revelry. Look it up if you don't know what that means. It's basically a bunch of people in a group drinking and dancing merrily. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be something like that, and there might be turkey, there might not be, probably not. I don't know.
The night before Thanksgiving is a really good night to have some drinks, though, because you get to
It
eat.
definitely is.
last
It's
night,
that's
day.
when you get together and party. You don't have to go to work the next day and work for the man. You can just you know,
You get to eat a lot.
yeah, and drink a lot. The next the night before. And the next day, you know, it just depends on what your family does. But yeah, so that's the next Wednesday. That's I believe it's the 23rd, whatever Thanksgiving Eve is. The Thanksgiving Eve revelry with Maintenance from Yonkers, New York. So that'll be fun. They seem really cool. I don't know them from Adam, but or Eve, but they seem really cool people, and I don't know how I found them, but I did, and I'm glad I did because we're gonna do the Thanksgiving thing. So tune in for that at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Cool.
Eastern time. So colorblind. Why does it feel like I'm colorblind now and I wasn't before? It's a really good song. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but
It's an interesting effect, I guess. I guess the song could have that effect on you. I mean,
just me, probably just me, but you know. What's the song about?
Again, without trying to give away too much information about what it's ultimately about, it's basically just about recognizing a different time in your life, taking it for what it's worth, and saying, you know what, I see that now, and moving on from it. And it's also kind of in a way like how you feel like after a certain amount of time, like it kind of feels like distant and like as if it never happened. Like, 10 years ago to me, I'm like, what? Like, now it just feels so dated and stuff. And like, it's like, in a way you move on from that. And like, I was kind of playing on words with it. Like I'm going blind to that. Cause it's like, after a certain point in time, you kind of forget about how things were then. And like, you grow, you change, you adapt, and that's basically what that's kind of about. It's about growing, and it just in a sad way.
I think that's one of the things that reminds me of when I heard you the first time. It was the all the music. It was like it was the screaming. My dad would say yelling. What's up with all the yelling? But it was very uplifting, and now knowing a little bit about what the lyrics are about and how it's affected you as a person and as a band, it's good. That's kind of the vibe I was getting, and that's why I was like, I gotta know more. Gotta know more about this. So
If I have a second to add to that too, like whenever me and Matt were in the project prior to this one, this was one of the first songs that he proposed to me, like that was going in a completely different direction. He's like, dude, do you think we should go like where we're at now, or would you want to like try to go something in this basically a polar opposite? I was like, I honestly, let's like ride with this type of sound because I see a lot more potential in something like this.
Yeah.
There's another track too. I think the very first one that you ever sent me was Ember, which we have to still finish the rewriting of that, but it was Ember and Colorblind were the first two where me and Matt like sort of fully decided we were just going to walk from the band that we were in prior. And that's when we started up the Dragonfly Effect.
Yep.
So is there more soon coming from you guys? Are we going to be able to hear some more very soon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like how soon?
December 16th.
Yeah, there was a post you guys had on
28
your story.
days, I think.
A little less than that, yeah, or something like that.
Called what was it?
Someday.
Someday. I was gonna say someday, but I didn't want to, didn't want to be that guy.
Well, someday I think someday is a really big song for us too to release because it's the first song that we're going to release as a full 5-piece band. So like everybody has their input on it, and like it's the full band is on this track as opposed to prior. Me and Matt have been trying to collect members for a while. We finally got guys that are dedicated that we love, and this track.
I was going to ask you if you're happy with them because you're now.
happy.
Tell them now's the time.
100%. I've known Jay and Driley, the guy that's not here forever, and like I feel like the fact that we reconnected now with Dragonfly Effect is like it was like sort of meant to happen.
You guys can never leave.
I mean,
Well, the way he worded it, he said, I've been collected.
You've been
you've
you're,
been collected,
Pokeball.
Yes,
you're harvested. You can't
You know what I
leave.
meant, though? Like we looked for people for a
Yeah.
while though too, and like
I'm here too.
You have to get the right people. You know when it's the right people and when it's not the right people.
Yeah, and like I feel right now, like the people that we have is like it's like the best core group of people that we could.
I
ever
like them. I think they're the shit. You know what I mean?
They
Yeah,
are.
Sure.
Keep them, damn it.
I
No,
was
that's,
thinking like 3 a.m.
yeah, no, Corey and I mean, we definitely he hit the nail on the head, honestly. Like the group of guys we have now is some of the best we've ever had the opportunity and pleasure to work with. And every day we get to do stuff with them is like, I'm just like, this is fucking, a dream come true.
Yeah, and honestly,
I'm
like-
definitely looking forward to what you guys got.
Yeah, when I
honestly.
came into this too, like it like just immediately even walking to the room with the other 4 people, it was like it was just like a really good feeling. It wasn't like, oh shit, what am I doing here?
Yeah, we're like,
you know what I mean? Like it was real natural right from the start.
Yeah, and that's the first time. This is the first time with them that you're playing bass, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, so like there's a lot of new stuff with this. And yeah, like it just all molded together real easily. Like I said, I mean, like me and Corey and Dryly, the guy that's not here, like we've known each other for a long time, so that helped. But you know, even still without
now, did you
without
walk
that,
in
it was
there-
still
did
natural.
you walk in there and say, isn't there anybody else who can play bass? Because I really don't want to do this.
No, I was actually really excited to do it. It was like a totally different challenge because I've been playing guitar since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just I don't it was just it's cool to really focus on another instrument and a totally different genre for me. It's all around a
It's
good
like weird
time.
to say too that our bass player can like shred on guitar like nothing you've ever seen. Like Kevin was the only one that I didn't know prior to like Dragonfly Effect becoming like the 5-piece that we are now. And like whenever he first came to practice, it was like immediately could tell like, dude, I'm gonna just be friends with him forever. You know, it was
Mhm.
like
That's
one of
big.
those things. It fit like really well. So
Thanks, bro.
I don't even know how to do that shit. I'm always like
I'm cheesy with it, but no, yeah, Kevin. Kevin and I, we've known each other. It's been like 4 years now, you and me. Like it's
Yeah.
been almost half a decade. And when Corey and I agreed, we're like, hey, we want to do Dragonfly Effect. I was like, I know a guy, and I was like, Kevin, yo.
Did he say
And-
yes immediately, or did he kind of wait a minute and said,
It was yes immediately. I didn't drive an hour and a half for nothing.
and then it was like a while that we were like looking for people. It was the 3 of us for how many months? We had a show.
Months.
We were like
It was
like February or March, and we had to find people for a show in August.
It was
Oh,
from
man.
February to like the beginning of August,
Yeah, we were
basically.
like searching, and then Jay and Dryly were just like they finally were like cohesive, and it was
Did you hold tryouts? Like, did you have people come over and try out? Did you do that?
no, but we had people that hit us up that we were just like knew right out of the gate they weren't gonna like be a fit.
Name some
But-
names. No kidding. I'm kidding.
But before we brought Kevin and everybody else on, we actually did have 2 guys that were like
Supposed to be like
in it,
members.
and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll play the show and stuff." And I want to throw them under the bus, but then they backed out, and then we were like, "Well, shit, okay, we gotta go back to the drawing board here, pretty much, and try to figure some stuff out." You know,
Kevin
I
got
didn't
the
think you were
best
right.
screams. He's really, really good at it.
Kevin is a beast,
Yep.
and I love him very much.
Thanks.
Hey, it's time for wieners.
Oh God.
Yes.
Never a better time.
I mean,
I'll start.
well, let me tell you the rules first. No, I'm kidding. There's really no rules.
All those rules.
Well, this isn't really my thing. This is a Mike thing, and like I said, Mike's in there, and he gave me it. I don't want to talk too much about Mike. He gets very very Mikey, so I don't want to be that guy.
But this is his wiener show though, right?
This is his segment. This is his segment, but he doesn't want to be. He doesn't like to be on the thing. You know, he was on with me one time, and he said it was a disaster. I thought it was cool. We sat here and we chatted back and forth. It was fine. Anywho, he is Mike. Mike will travel miles to eat a hot dog. Miles, like airfare miles. Like he probably gets miles from Delta and those people.
Dude, it's too bad Dryly's not here because he was just talking about some fancy hot dogs like yesterday.
Dude, I lived in Chicago for a little bit, and the hot dogs there are like gourmet.
So you know where I'm going with this. It wasn't the sexual way with what you thought. It might turn into that if Mike doesn't start taking over this freaking segment, because I have other segments I'd like to do, Mike. I know you're watching. I know he is. I know you are.
He's always watching.
Watching the History Channel. That's what he's doing. Well, this is the present. Anyway, yes. But he pretty much he knows he's never been to. Okay, there's a place. I was talking to a band in Pittsburgh. There's a place right in downtown it's a very sexual name for a hot dog place. I cannot think of it right now. What is it, Mike? Put it in the chat.
There's a place in West Mifflin called Jim's.
Jim's.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jim's. I bet you
Hot dogs.
I
Yep.
bet you he's never heard of that.
they make $2 million a year on sauce alone.
What?
There's also another hot dog place called the Red Caboose, which is over like in I don't know, it's like on 51. It's in between like Perryopolis and
My dad
It's closed now, but I remember the O had good dogs.
the O had good hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That was
it's not anymore.
downtown.
Yep.
There's also
You
the
get
hot
like a-
dog shop.
For
Yeah.
sure, but that's the thing. The dude who owned Jim's Hot Dogs, my dad was like best friends with him. He makes $2 million a year on sauce alone.
That's
That's
no,
crazy.
something else
That
is being
sucks, but he
sold out
really
of that
does
place.
sell it though for real. I don't like Jim's at all. It kind of tastes like
It's a ham-based sauce.
it tastes like ketchup and flour mixed with water.
Didn't Limp Bizkit come out with a hot dog water?
Yeah.
Hot dog flavored
Yeah, I
water.
can
How
think
could
of
you
it.
And the
forget
chocolate
name?
starfish.
How
That's
could
what-
you
yeah,
forget
the-
that one?
You
Yeah,
could never
I
forget.
don't know what that is at all. So basically, the wiener segment is what are your toppings on individually, and then we'll do as a kind of a well, we can't do a general area because we've done Pittsburgh 1,000 times, but we'll just go individually. What do you guys like on your wieners?
Chili cheese.
That's it,
Yep, that's it. Every time.
because you don't like the other stuff, or just that's it on that thing.
Oh, that's just all I like.
I respect that. Yes.
What about you, Kevin? Let's go to you.
Plain.
Oh,
Plain wieners.
Plain Jane.
Good.
Plain.
he's out
That's
of
all I
your
need.
number. My
All right,
buddy
Because
Harvey-
anytime
respect
I
that.
order anything else, yeah, I'll take a little bit of ketchup. Oh, you mean the whole bottle? No,
Right. Right.
I don't want that.
Scraping it off.
Oh,
with
you
part
wanted
of the
some
bun.
chili? Here's the whole damn pot. Like, bro,
Yeah.
come on.
So you just go
I'll
plain.
do it myself.
So you do it yourself, or you just eat it plain.
Okay.
If there's something available, maybe a little bit of ketchup, maybe a little bit of chili.
You do
Just
it, but you'll do it.
depends.
You'll do it, right?
I'll
give
do
me
it,
this. Give me
yeah.
the spoon. Give me the spoon. I will dip the sauce. Let me back in the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll be
for
that guy.
real.
Awesome. Who are we? Matt, how about you? You're
Um,
an onion guy.
I'm actually pretty basic with mine. I'm ketchup, mustard, and nacho cheese for the most part. And if I'm feeling fancy, chili as well.
Mm,
What if you're not
like-
feeling fancy?
Then just ketchup and mustard.
I had to clarify
I'm boring.
for Mike. You know.
The nacho cheese is a good topping on it.
Nacho cheese. Yeah.
Like I like that better than putting like American on there.
Yeah, like the
Well, the
actual
thing is-
melted like hot cheese, like it
The
just
thing with that, like nacho
Yep.
cheese, right? Right. That's okay. So the thing with that is that I've gathered from doing this stupid segment for Mike. The guys in Tokyo, the one guy in LA said cheese, and they're like, what, like 7-Eleven cheese? Because that's all I can think of. So, like after he said that, that's basically what it is. Because that's the only cheese that's readily available like that.
For a hot dog.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
he's probably
Yeah,
vegan.
it comes in like a big tube or something. You just
Yeah,
squeeze it out.
It's liquid. It's liquid all the time. You
Yep.
know? And it's like, what is the hot dog water, whatever we were talking
you know who drowns their hot dogs in nacho cheese? Sheets.
Oh,
Every time-
yeah.
dude.
about. Yeah, I don't.
I asked for
They don't
like
know how to do
regular
hot dogs
portion.
either.
It's the entire damn thing. It's just, I'm like, dude.
It's always the stone guy that's working there too. It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, these guys are like this.
Yeah, I get it. It's just like
Quite a
it's,
few of those
it's
here.
completely like there's an abundant cheese. I'm like, I'm still gonna eat it like it's fine, but like,
The other night,
They
I
work
went
their
up
ass up
got
at
a,
lunchtime.
I got
Yeah.
a grilled chicken sub, right? And I always get extra mayonnaise because they never put enough fucking mayonnaise on there. And Italian dressing. That's just my and lettuce. Okay, that's it. I get home and it's basically a BLT. There was no chicken whatsoever. I didn't even ask for bacon. I didn't ask for bread either. I asked for a sub roll because that's what a sub is, right? That's what I
Right.
thought.
yeah, it's yeah.
And I asked for toasted. Of course, it wasn't toasted. So it was the crappy ass white bread that they have. I don't even think it was freaking sourdough. And it was just the crappy white bread that I had at the house already. I could have just made my own BLT here. I mean, I don't mind. I ate it. I was hungry. I ate it. But I mean, it was not. How do you get that wrong? And it was on. They put the ticket on the bag. There's no way to get that wrong.
Right.
You'd be
'Cause the
surprised.
person's
And
bag
they
is-
have this big screen in front of them too.
Morons is what they are.
You'd still be
morons.
surprised though. Yeah, there are some people out there.
Jesus, it's a gas station.
They go through a lot.
Sheets is a step up from a gas station, but damn it, it's a gas station.
I love Sheets.
I like it until they don't make my chicken sub right. you know?
Yeah. Corey, what
Yeah, you
kind
got
of
a chicken
dog?
sub with no chicken.
And it's like I'm not gonna call
I'm so sick of
because they're basically gonna think I'm bullshitting them. But no,
Matt
there was no
would call me
bullshitting.
like on his way to rehearsal, and he'll be like, "Hey, do you want anything from Sheets? I'm stopping." I'm like, "Oh, not really. What are you gonna get?" He'll get a fucking pretzel plain, completely plain.
Don't fight me. Don't hate me.
Not
on it.
pretzel without salt on it. I'm like,
Like
"Dude,
no
what-
salt,
No salt?
No
Well,
salt.
they
I
come
no
with
salt.
from the factory. I think.
No salt pretzel. Mm-mm.
no, he would just get a pretzel completely fucking plain." I was like, "What are you just gonna get fucking bread?"
I would.
Toasted bread and some honey mustard.
Get him a BLT
I'm set,
next
dude.
time. He'll love
I'm
it.
set.
BLT next time.
I'll have to
With
show you guys the
soggy
pretzel
ass
I
bread.
had last night in Cleveland. It's like this damn big.
Ah,
The-
good.
what they call it, the
You
Bavarian.
also had a fucking sweet looking cupcake last night too.
I was that cupcake
Yeah.
was mean.
I did.
looking
I
cat.
didn't take a picture of that. I have to figure out where I got it from and show you.
You have to bring those back next time you go there.
You guys
Yeah, I
send
think
me
it
They
was
were
massive.
$8 a piece.
you guys
I
send me
will.
the
I
donuts?
will buy a dozen of them.
Was it
I
was it
asked,
was
I
it
was like-
worth the $8?
I mean, I felt kind of sick toward the end, honestly.
Oh, but that was worth it.
Yeah,
This thing was like,
of course.
Nice.
There's a place I go to Hilton Head quite a bit. My parents have a place down there, so I go down there quite a bit. They have a place called Duck Donuts. I think it's a bigger thing than I thought it was, but
I've heard of that.
it's like you can't eat more than one at all. I mean, unless you're a massive person that likes to eat, you know what I mean? Like, but you can't. It's impossible because I mean, there's toppings like there is for hot dogs and wieners, but like this like a donut, and like you can get it filled or unfilled. But even unfilled, it's in like the most diet donut that they have. It's filling as shit, and you won't eat for like.
did you say the
hours.
word diet donut?
I think I did, but I don't know why. I couldn't think of anything else.
The most diet donut they have. I was
I
like,
started
what?
a punk band called Diet Donut.
Two glizzy
let's-
sheets are fucking too
Let's
long.
play. We got to get together and party with donuts and hot dogs and all kinds of shit.
Dude, I'm down.
Sure.
You
Hot
tell me
dog
when.
and
That's my
the
kind of
donut.
party right there.
I was gonna say donuts. Get the bun. Just make it donuts. For the.
You're sick.
Thanks.
Badass. Shit, man.
I'll do that all day. Shit.
All
I mean, with some donuts and hot
night.
dogs.
Donut wrapped wieners, you're good.
Dude, I'm
Hey.
set.
How about a okay sheets? Don't
Jason's not on this call, but he'd be like, yes.
He would, dude.
Dude, for such a little dude,
That's
that guy
fucking
eats so
cake.
much.
And isn't that crazy? Like usually it's the little ones that
Wonder
beat you in,
why.
like eating contests. And shit, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
What?
This
Where
guy,
do you
like,
put it?
every time I see him, he's got like a mountain of Taco Bell.
He's got like a poop
God.
bag. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, Taco Bell. Ah.
Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
Me, Matt, and Jason had a phone thread where it was just pictures of Taco Bell every time we went.
We got to get that going again, dude.
We do, and Jason was there every single day. I feel like.
Yeah, he'll go for breakfast. He'll go
He owns it.
for
He
lunch,
owns
and then he'll go back again for dinner. He did that once, and like 3 times in one day. I was like,
How
dude,
is he not like 300 pounds?
I get chili dogs for breakfast.
He has a high metabolism.
That
man.
that's my
Yeah,
dude.
but-
There,
yeah,
chili dogs
that's
for
what I have.
breakfast.
I do. It's
Well,
228.
Jason's also still young too, so like as soon as his metabolism slows
He's
down,
gonna be a fat ass. Yeah.
128, but they.
How about a hot dog with like a donut breading for the bun?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
just deep fry the whole entire thing.
You're not
Oh
wrong.
shit, deep
You
fry
could
it
put the
all.
hot dog in the
Yeah, Mike.
donuts.
I
Yes.
thought of it, Mike.
Where the hole
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Get it? You're overthinking it.
It's like four donuts.
Have you guys
4
heard this
donuts,
song?
1 hot dog.
Taylor Swift tickets.
Let's
are
segue to this.
$94,000.
Check this out. I'm probably going to be throwing some things here in a second, but I'll try to be nice to myself.
Oh.
So how far does this have to go
This is a message for the Resistance. You have been marked for decommission. Please forfeit your mind. You will never feel alive again. You are forever lost inside. You are forever lost inside.
I was doing this all for you.
That needs to be on like every radio station across the country. That's
Agreed.
badass. Like seriously, that's
Thanks, man.
It's phenomenal. Is what it is. It's very phenomenal. You got to play sometime before freaking February. This is too good. I can't wait that long. I'm like, you know, crazy.
I feel ya.
Matt, you're the best.
Build
vocalist
anticipation.
ever, bro. You're
What-
so good. Your
what's
range
that?
is ridiculous. You're the best vocalist ever. You are so
Oh, gee.
seriously, dude. You're so good.
I'll
You
vote for
flatter
that.
me, man. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. It's many.
Yeah,
lo-
let's
lo-
try to
lot
get
of
you down
time.
this way. You guys are willing to travel, I'm sure. Kevin's already in West Virginia, so he's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
he's
ready.
Yeah, set up a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll see if I do some promoting for music on Maine down here. Amplifiers has come down here. Haven State's been down here also. So I'll talk to Jackie and see. I'll hook you up with him and maybe he can get you scheduled down here. We got to
Yeah,
get you sometime before February. This is way too good. You can't wait till February. You can't wait till February.
Right?
No,
Right.
no February.
Thanks,
February's
dude.
fine. I'll come up with that one, but whatever. No, before that. Okay. Anyway, I'll bring Sean. We'll auction him
Yeah.
off at your show. How's that? We'll do
That's
that.
live auction. Cool. There you go.
Yes. Yes, Sean. You heard that? He's probably not. He probably
What
won't
about
do
the
that.
wieners?
Well, I will bring Mike for that, and so I'll forward you to him his email, and you guys can talk about the wieners. I did kind of bust into a live. Somebody was on live on Instagram yesterday. It was a band called All the Pretty Things, and they're kind of new, and they have one single out, Teenage Lines or Lies or Teenage Lines, I think it was. Anyway, so I busted into their thing, and I said, "Hey, do you want to be on a show?" On a podcast? Yeah. Anyway, the guy, he ate 3 McRibs and drank a mason jar glass of red wine. So I guess this was something that he does. So I came in and told Mike, I said, okay, listen, I got an idea. Well, so they agreed to come on the show, and he's going to try to eat 8 hot dogs and drink Smirnoff Ice with it. So it's
Oh
basically,
God.
yeah, basically just 2 things that shouldn't go together be eaten together in a bunch of it. So Mike went up to me and said, I'll eat 9 if he eats 8. I'm like, oh, so it's a wiener fest.
That's a
basically.
challenge. There you go.
Wiener Fest.
Wienerfest 2022.
That's cheap.
On Acute Mania Live on Monday. Wiener Fest 2022. You guys can be the judges.
We're
All right,
headlining.
I'm in.
You super.
I
What
want
did you do this weekend? Oh, I was a wiener judge. I guess there could be worse things, right?
Yeah.
Hey, the music's phenomenal. Make more, please. Make a shit ton more. I need a plethora of this. It's phenomenal stuff. Come back on the show.
Thank you, man.
Come down here. I will talk to you about that. If you guys got 5 minutes, I'll talk to you a little bit after I kill the live stream. If you got to go, that's cool.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, no, we're good.
But I want to talk to you just briefly. But Sean loves it. I love it. Sean's a good supporter of the show, and I know he's got great taste in music. Also, he's very good at that, and so does Mike, wherever he is, with his wieners and stuff.
Support means a lot.
Well,
Absolutely.
Really
Mike only
does.
supports wieners, and I'm thinking.
I mean, hey, T-
based on his the previous shows, I think he'll be in support of your all's topping choices. So that's good.
to each their own. Yeah.
But I do want to give Chris Chaos a shout out. He is the DJ at the DJ extraordinaire of WCLG in Morgantown. That's who I was on a conference call with before I came on with you guys, and we're doing a big rock festival, the West Virginia Rock Festival in downtown Clarksburg, West Virginia, which is right down the road from me in May of next year, Memorial Day weekend. We got all kinds of stuff planned out. I can't even divulge in it, and he's gonna pretty much help us with that and get us where we need to be with it. And Sean's involved with that and everything, and I can't wait for that to come about to be the first ever. I mean, there's festivals everywhere, but
You want us to play at
Yeah,
the first
book us.
one?
in our area, there's not a lot of people focusing on just rock. I mean, there's jam band festivals, there's country festivals out the ass down here, but nobody's like, there's no West Virginia Rock Festival. So that's the name of it. There's a website already. We already have the domain. It's just not set up yet. There's a Facebook thing. There'll be. I mean, well, we're gonna have all that set up, and it's a short time away, and we can't wait to show it to the area, the region. So that's. I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit after we kill the live stream. A little bit more about that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And it's phenomenal. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be badass. I mean, we're talking some big names and just for our little town, and that's what we need around here. And that's
Sweet.
kind of what we did last weekend when Fall came to town, and we had Fall Babylon come in from Pittsburgh, and our local band Scare Tape. But we had a great response. But we want something big. We want something a lot big.
Heck yeah.
So that's what's in the works. So I wanted to give Chaos a shout out there because he's a busy man and he gave us the time of day, and want to help us, and he can see our passion with it and stuff. So
Heck yeah.
it's really cool of him to do. And I'm gonna try to get him on the show too. I've never really talked to anybody other than bands. I had one magician on recently. So other than music, I've never really talked to anybody on the other side of music. Like I've never talked to a producer or but he's on the radio end. So let's pick his brain a little bit, see what he likes on his wieners. I know that's why everybody. Yeah. Anyway. Oh gosh, Mike. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. It's been nice talking to you. Please make more music. Do not stop making it. It's great shit. And
Thank you.
I'm going to tell Chaos to play some of it too up in
Thank you.
Morgantown, up on the station if he can. And I'll try to get you guys down this way. And
please
I'll
do.
definitely come see you in February, regardless.
That'd be awesome.
Whatever happens.
Yeah,
But,
we have an album coming out. Hopefully soon. We have a couple more singles dropping. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. So
Like soon.
no shortage of that.
Fucking soon, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's badass. I'm playing the show out tonight with a band that I kind of found on Instagram. They're from out in Portland, Oregon, way away from here. So the algorithm did something on, like we talked about earlier. So the CIA really knows their music, I guess, and what I like to listen to.
Figure it out.
The band is called When Empires Fall. They're really good. I sent them a message, so if they're listening, or I know I tagged them and they saw it. They saw it. Get a hold of me. Be on the show. So I'm going to play a song called is it? Hold on. Purify. I had to look because purity and purify is kind of okay, anyway. And I'm going to change the marquee from Dragonfly Effect to show 158 with Maintenance, which will be next Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve, with Maintenance from Yankers. Is it Yankers? Crank Yankers? No, anyway. No, it's Yonkers, New York. Maintenance will be on next Wednesday night. It'll be a fun time. Join us, get in the chat, and auction Sean off.
There it is.
Thank you so much, guys. It was nice having you on. Great talking to you. I could talk to you for hours and hours. But unfortunately, we can't.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, man. We really appreciate this.
Really does mean a lot.
Thank you.
Here's When Empires Fall with pure. What is it? Fuck, I can't see. Purifier, Purity. I don't know. Look it up. But I mean, they have all kinds of shit on there. It's really good stuff. Check them out. They're really cool. When Empires Fall and Dragonfly Effect. Thank you guys. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Later, everybody.
We'll see you.
Others teach what